And we say good morning to you. We are broadcasting live, brand new month. Good morning to you. Live, we are at Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton for one more day. Tomorrow, we've got a new spot to go to. And then on Friday, we'll be at Food City here in Elizabethton to kick off the weekend. So thanks for being with us wherever you may be on this beautiful, gorgeous way to start the month of March. It is awesome. Going to be in the 70s today. Very, very nice. Couple of birthdays today. Happy birthday. You know you get old when Opie from... Of course, you know where Opie's from Andy Griffith. Opie's having a birthday. Opie is 69 years old today. Again, real name, of course, Ron Howard, 69. And then if you are a fan of the Dukes of Hazzard, Daisy Duke having a birthday today. Catherine Bach is 68. So those are the birthdays again on this Wednesday, March the 1st. Opie, Ron Howard, 69, and Catherine Bach from the Dukes of Hazzard. She's a birthday girl, and she is 68 today. Those are the birthdays again on this Wednesday, March the 1st, 2023. Thanks for being with us wherever you may be, again, on this very, very gorgeous, and I mean gorgeous, too. It is nice outside today. Goodness gracious. Coming up, going to be joined by Rick Walters, Horseman Insurance. Also going to be joined by Greg Sire, talking Major League Baseball. Lots going on in the bigs. The new experimental rules with the new rules with the pitch clock and count and all that going on. It's doing good okay and doing not so good okay, depending on who you ask. So pitchers like it, catchers not so much, I don't think. So and the batters not so much either. Hang on. So we will get my man in here in just a second. Jesse, the Storm Tracker Sacker, we've got this organized, and come on in here, son. Sit down. Let's talk for a second. So. Beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. So,
good morning.
All right, hang on here. Let me get you. You come over here. There I am. Now you're ready. There you go. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. Yourself this morning?
I'm doing wonderful, I think. So I get this tune turned up. All right. So here we go. Hello, Kathy Forbes. Hello to William Welch. Got a snag here somewhere. I'm trying to figure. Got a disconnect somewheres. So. I'm not sure where it is, but I think trying to fix it here. I'm troubleshooting as we go, so don't like to troubleshoot.
How's that sound?
I'm doing better. Yes, ma'am, please. Thank you. So,
all right. Well, we've got very mild temperatures across the region today. Temperatures in the 70s for the first day of March, so definitely a nice start to the month. Coming in like a lamb here, but of course you can argue that point as tonight we'll see stormy conditions, showers and thunderstorms widespread over the region as we get into overnight tonight, most likely after midnight. And so, you could argue coming in like a lion, I guess, if you want to put it that way. But, some folks might be woken up tonight by some thunder. So, if it gets a little loud, don't be surprised. Some heavy rainfall totals, maybe 1 to 3 inches across here with some of these heavier storms coming through. So there's a slight risk of flash flooding across the region overnight tonight to early Thursday. And if you go anywhere southwest of the region, Knoxville, but particularly down towards southern and middle Tennessee, so you find a small risk of a tornado with those storms overnight tonight. So definitely want to keep an eye on that if you're headed down that way. But we'll start to lose the rainfall by tomorrow afternoon, get a break, and then maybe pick some more up tomorrow night, as well as a warm front lifts northward. And cold front coming in on Friday, and that's going to produce maybe some more shower and thunderstorm activity. Slight risk of severe weather is in place over the region just because of that warm front just to our north and the cold front moving in from the west. I have to keep an eye on that. So it may be nothing, but we are under that slight risk, like I said, from the Storm Prediction Center. So I want to keep tabs on that as we go into Friday.
So we're going to get some 1 to 3 inches of rain. Is that what you said?
Yeah, tonight. These are going to be some really heavy rainfall totals with these showers and maybe some thunderstorms as well. So it's going to get very wet overnight into early Thursday morning. Everybody's going to get rain.
I was going to say, you're talking about us in the Tri-Cities, correct?
Everybody. Yes,
everybody's getting rain.
Yeah, everybody's getting a lot of rain tonight.
All right.
Yep.
Trying to hit this right here. Pardon me while I'm trying to fix. This right there. Thank you, ma'am. It's awesome.
No, you're fine.
Hello, Amy Whitson. Hello to Kathy Forbes. Hello to William Welch. Hello to Reba Whitehead. Looking forward to hearing the ladies play tonight and win the regional championship. We hope that's the case. It's game day, obviously, as she pointed out. And so we got ourselves a regional championship tonight. The Lady Cyclones and the Lady Green Devils. We're going there at 6:40 with the pregame. We'll tip it up at 7 o'clock tonight. It is a blackout. Everybody wearing black at the Cyclone fan, so that's the goal tonight. Be ready to go. So Now, did you switch? You normally have your watch on your left hand. You had it on
Yeah.
your right hand today.
Yeah.
You switched it?
No, it's usually on my right.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Could have sworn I saw it on your left hand the other day. Doesn't make a difference. So,
No.
but anyway, 1 to 2. That's kind of random. 1 to 2 inches of rain. That's how I went off on a rabbit trail. So 1 to 2 inches of rain.
Yeah, maybe 3 inches in spots. 1 to 3 inches of rain tonight. It's going to
When's
be
it
some
start?
heavier rain. Okay. It starts probably, after midnight, most areas. So I think the evening's going to be mostly dry. There might be a stray shower, but I think we're going to be dry through the evening. And then after midnight, like I said, rain picks up.
Big time.
Big time.
1 to 3, maybe.
Yeah.
1 to 2,
1 to
maybe.
2, maybe 3 inches in spots with this rainfall coming in. It's going to be a lot of rain.
And that will create flash flooding. Absolutely.
Yeah, in spots, yeah. So slight risk. Some scattered areas of flash flooding are possible, especially southwest of the Tri-Cities.
Yep.
Yep.
Jesse, the Storm Tracker Sacker. What does the month of March look like? Too early to tell?
So this is what we got to be concerned about. I know that a lot of folks probably trying to, get their gardening started, with all this warm weather coming early. But what we want to keep in mind is the La Nina. It's kept our winter so mild. Is finally starting to die off. That's allowing some things to take place. One of the things that we watch along with the La Nina is something called the Madden-Julian Oscillation. And what that is some thunderstorm activity that goes on near the equator. And depending on, what areas that goes on refers to different phases. And that correlates with warmer temperatures in the southeast that we've seen this winter. There is a couple different phases, though, when you see the thunderstorms start to move into the western hemisphere and over, by Africa, you start to see a colder conditions favored. And so that's not really been able to happen a whole lot this winter. Now that the La Nina is dying, it is starting to take place. And so in the next couple weeks, we're probably going to see the pattern change back to colder. I think it's going to happen probably mid-month. We're going to see an extended period, several days possible, of some colder temperatures, definitely frosts and freezes again. Maybe some snow on the table. We'll just have to see when we get closer.
Yep. That's coming up in mid-March, you think?
Yeah, I definitely think so. There's a lot of support for it. Like I said, given the La Nina's dying off and what's going on with the tropical conditions globally, that's going to support this pattern change.
All right.
So we're warm this week. So
Warm this week. And rain, a lot of it tonight, overnight.
That's exactly right.
All right.
Yep.
Get your windshield wiper blades. Make sure they're in tip-top shape.
That's exactly right.
Nothing
Thursday
worse.
morning, you're going to want to bring the umbrella. So.
Yep. Nothing worse than trying to drive at night, in particular, with the smear windshield wipers. Can't see real good.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
Gotta have
before. Don't do that.
There you go. Jesse, the Storm Tracker Sacker. How do we track you, sir?
I'm Storm Tracker Sacker on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and that's SACHER. I'm also over at Tri-Cities Weather and Alert Crew with Michael Gibson on his page, and WXNotifications.com is our website. And then if you go to Carolina Weather Authority, you can find me over there with meteorologist Mike Griffith tracking weather in the Carolinas.
There you go.
Yes, sir.
Jesse, the Storm Tracker Sacker, in the house, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks for
Thanks for
coming by,
having
sir. Oh, yeah, we got the problem fixed, so I can focus now. You're sitting over here and all these things are going off in your brain, and I'm trying to talk to you and going, what in the world? Trying to
Technology. Can't live with it, can't live without it, right?
Oh, Lord. Troubleshooting on the fly, trying to figure out what's going on, but we got it. And Jesse gave us a good weather forecast. And we'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll talk to John Whitson next on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Love it. So, outdoor activities, field days, vacation Bible school, ways and reasons we would want to give you a call, 297-1266, and say, we need trays, we need help. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. We've got nugget trays for, lots of little kids running around, love nuggets. And then if it's a hot day outside, we've got salad trays and wrap trays and fruit trays. Good to cut the heat, especially here as it's getting warmer. So.
297-1266. How many different trays do we have?
What did we say? 8?
8.
I think 8.
So we can go through them. Nuggets, strips, mac and cheese, fruit.
Salad, wraps. We have sub trays, which are not on the menu normally, but you can get them as a catering item. What's the other one?
Oh, cookies and
brownies.
Cookies and brownies.
Desserts.
There's your 8. There you go.
Yep.
297-1266. If you have a meeting coming up, you need coffee, lemonade, gallons of this, gallons of that. Tell us how you can help us.
Yeah, absolutely. We have a 96-ounce coffee, and then we can do gallons of tea or lemonade, and we can split gallons, do half and half tea. We can do Sunjoys. We can do all that.
Yep. Vacation Bible School. Folks are already starting to plan those, which I love, which means summer's coming. End of this year, outdoor activities, field days, and graduation parties, and everybody's already planning, which is good. And so this can really be your one-stop shop, right?
Yeah, absolutely. We can also do just big orders of sandwiches. So good for just tossing and running.
And breakfast, you also will help folks out for a breakfast meeting too, right?
Yeah, we can do like larger biscuit orders and stuff like that for meetings or for companies or whatever they need.
So the trick is just to call her, 297-1266, and let whoever answers the phone explain what all they can do for you. Just that simple. So, and we can never go wrong with coming up Mother's Day and for any other time, a good old Chick-fil-A gift card that works wonders.
Absolutely. Gift cards are easy and a good gift.
Yep. We always talk about it at Christmas, which is understandable, but teachers like them, kids like them, anybody would like a Chick-fil-A gift card.
Absolutely.
And the monetary increment can be from 0 to whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yep.
All right. That's our buddy, Rachel Robinson from Chick-fil-A, one of our great sponsors here at the Tom Daly Sports Show, and Elizabethton Cyclone Sports.
Hi, my name is Brian, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A mac and cheese is you can taste the different types of cheeses and the blends that they use, and everything just comes together. It's like a delicate dance. They're like perfection in every bite.
Back on the Tom Daly Sports Show, let's go to the ponies there. You see John Whitson with us, again from Whitson's Barbershop, which, by the way, is closed today. They're closed on Wednesdays, but the pizza will be ready to go tonight. You guys are feeding the kids. It's a blackout, again, at John Treadway Gymnasium tonight for Cyclone basketball. What's going on? You getting the kids in there to feed them? Tell us what's happening.
Yes, sir. At 6 o'clock, we want all the students to come down to the commons area. We're going to have some pizza, chips, drinks, get them fired up. Hopefully paint their faces up, black out the gym, and just have a great atmosphere for a great ball game tonight.
Yep. We're going to have a blackout, and that's everybody's supposed to wear black. And so the Lady Green Devils are coming to town. They're an outstanding team. They're 26-7. Lady Cyclones are 27-4. Both teams will be playing on Saturday somewhere, either at home or on the road against either Halls or Seymour. So it's a big game tonight, and again, the atmosphere is going to be electric. There's already a buzz. Even here at Chick-fil-A, there's just kind of a buzz. Everybody says, tonight's the big game. Yep, tonight's the big game. It's Elizabethton and Greenville, and as I've said before, and you know this, if it was in Tiddlywinks or Uno or whatever's going to be when it's green and white and orange and black, it's a big rivalry, and it's a great atmosphere, two great communities to support their teams, and it's going to be good tonight. It's going to be a crazy crowd.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it. Like I said, it's two great programs, two great communities. They support each other. The Greenville crowd will come big tonight. The Cyclone Nation will show up, and everybody will be supporting the girls. And I got a feeling it's going to be a special ball game tonight.
Absolutely. I'm right there with you. So the kids want to come early, get their bellies full of pizza to come to the Commons/cafeteria at 6 o'clock. Compliments of what group? What group's doing this?
It's the Lady Cyclone Center Court Club. We're the fundraising organization for the Lady Cyclones basketball team.
Got it. It's coming up tonight, 6 o'clock. If you're a student or if you know a student, be sure and tell them to come to the game to get there at 6. Get some free pizza and some soda pops and whatever they got there to chase it with, and walk about 15, 20 steps down the hall into the gym, be ready to go. So it's going to be a great atmosphere. John Whitson, can't wait to see you tonight, my friend. That number 42 is going to play a big part in this game tonight. You wait and see. Riley Whitson's going to play a major part in this game. He's got a good, funny feeling about that. So, and we'll be ready to go. And I'm looking forward to seeing you and Miss Amy and Riley and all the Cyclones coming up tonight. Thanks for checking in with us, sir. Appreciate you. You're a fine feller.
Hey, Tom, I appreciate you. We feel the same way about you. We really don't underappreciate what you do for the girls, for the community, and for everybody. You're an asset.
Well, you're very kind, sir. Thank you. Go Cyclones. We'll see you tonight.
Go Cyclones.
There you go. He didn't like to do this. He jumped off that phone and said, I'm done. That's okay. I understand. As I said the other day, put me in, give me a pair of clippers and a pair of scissors and say, Gunner, cut that boy's hair, and I'd be all tore up, be tore slap up, as a matter of fact. So I understand from whence what he's talking about. All right, let's take a look at some college basketball from last night. Tennessee gets a big win. They hammer the Arkansas Razorbacks, got them pretty good, as a matter of fact. And so that was a big win last night for Tennessee. It was a costly win. They lose one of their star players with a knee injury. And so the Tennessee Volunteers win it 75-57 by 18. Final game of the regular season on Saturday at Auburn. And so Tennessee, again, trying to get a little mojo back up and running before the SEC tournament, which that's all that matters. I mean, losing these games along the way, yeah, everybody's good chatter for the broadcasters, but the bottom line is when you catch fire and be ready to go come SEC tournament time next week or whenever it kicks in. I guess it's next week. I guess it starts next weekend. I'm not totally sure on that, but whenever they start it up, once you get a little mojo and get on a roll, get a little momentum. Doesn't matter really what you did in the regular season. 2 upsets last night. Indiana goes down again. Iowa knocks off the 15th-ranked Hoosiers by 22 last night, 90-68. Big decisive win for the Iowa Hawkeyes. And San Diego State, 18th-ranked team, goes down. Boise State beat them by 6, 66-60. Other winners last night, 6th-ranked Marquette with a 16-point win over Butler. 13th-ranked Virginia, the Cavaliers beat Clemson by 7 last night. It was 3rd-ranked Kansas Jayhawks, 4-point win over Texas Tech. It was tough, but they weathered the storm, beat them at home. So the Jayhawks win again last night in Kansas. 24th-ranked Texas A&M, an 8-point winner over Ole Miss. As we told you, Tennessee wins by 18 over Arkansas. We'll talk more about that coming up here in a second. Then you take a look at what's going on tonight. Number 2 Alabama hosting Auburn tonight. Big battle again at Coleman Coliseum in Tuscaloosa. The old backyard rival in Alabama. A little smack talk going on, you know that, between Auburn and Alabama. They'll play tonight in Tuscaloosa, as we said. Number 9 Texas will travel to number 22 TCU tonight, putting that 9th ranking on the line against the Horned Frogs again at TCU. Other games tonight, 19th ranked Xavier at number 20 Providence. 14th ranked UConn hosting DePaul. 23rd ranked Kentucky, the Wildcats, are Rupp Arena hosting Vanderbilt tonight. 25th ranked Pittsburgh on the road to Notre Dame. 21st ranked Maryland, the Terrapins, in Columbus to battle the Ohio State Buckeyes in the Big Ten. 11th ranked Kansas State hosting Oklahoma tonight. And 10th ranked Gonzaga will be home to Chicago State. That's your action tonight in men's top 25 college basketball. We'll take a break, come right back. And college football, they're meeting this week in Indianapolis to shorten the college football games. There's all kinds of stuff going on behind the scenes. They're trying to shorten the game and do this and do that and change some of the blocking rules I was reading. So lots going on. And we'll take a break, tell you all about that as soon as we check in with one of our great sponsors, the good folks at Bracken Paving, right here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on show number 1808 on this first day of March, 2023. More from Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. 'Tis the season. Tell us what it's all about here, Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance.
It is. It's about asphalt and concrete. Asphalt paving, asphalt striping, asphalt sealing, asphalt crack fill, asphalt maintenance of all sorts, from driveways to basketball courts, sidewalks for concrete and driveways and pads. We've been in business for over 20 years serving the greater Northeast Tennessee area. Mm-hmm. So give us a call. We're building up for the year and taking off right now. 323-8726. You make that phone call, you get an estimator coming out to give you an estimate. Step us through that. How does that work? Well, it's no obligation. So you call our office, and generally we're, next day, 2 or 3 days at most. Mm-hmm. We'll get we've got 2 estimators, a maintenance estimator and a paving estimator, and we'll get whichever fits your needs out there. Mm-hmm. And then, it's a conversation. We want to hear what you want and see what kind of, what shape your driveway's in, and just give you our recommendations. Sometimes, most of the time, that results in an estimate. Mm-hmm. Get a price on what it is for us to come out there and repair it. Sometimes it's just a conversation on, hey, we'll see you in a couple years, or, you don't need any work right now. 323-8726, the number to call. As you heard him say, for no obligation estimate. They'll be out in a couple of days, and they're in, they're out, they're on the way. They go all across the Tri-Cities geographically. They go all the different stops. So wherever you may be, you think, maybe we're too far out. Nope, call and see. 323-8726. Social media, how do we find you? You find us on Facebook, Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance.
Yep, and also on the web?
BrackenPaving.com.
There you go. And there, it's just that easy, folks. Give these folks a call. Asphalt or concrete, Bracken Paving and Asphalt Maintenance. Proud sponsors of the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
The best furniture event in Canada's history is going on now. We have made special deals with factories and received a ton of inventory at great prices, and now we're passing them on to you. Save up to 70% off great quality name brand furniture and get it today. Hurry now through Monday at Cannon's Furniture in downtown Elizabethton.
Back on the Tom Daly Sports Show. Thanks for joining us. We are here live again at Chick-fil-A. Joseph Taylor's here. He's going to talk to us coming up here in just a second. Love that. It's Joseph's turning the wheel. I love it. Here he comes, ladies and gentlemen. Number 12, Tennessee men's basketball team. Closing his home schedule to win, but a significant loss. We'll let him talk about this. Ziegler gone with a knee injury. 3 minutes into the game, did not return. Apparently it's pretty serious. Santiago Vescovi took over the role of point guard. Scored 14 points. Josiah Jordan-James scored 11 for Tennessee. They're 22-8, 11-6 in the Southeastern Conference, winning by 18 over Arkansas. But again, it was obviously a pretty key injury. We'll see if he can bounce back. We'll see if Joseph has the update on that, see what's going on. Tennessee will go to Auburn on Saturday to close out the regular season. And so Vols finishing the home campaign 14-2, losing only to Kentucky and Missouri. So battling for fourth place in the Southeastern Conference standings and a double bye in the league tournament. So, and Julian Phillips came back after a hip injury, and so he's back in the lineup last night, which was good. Tennessee wins again 75-57, but loses Ziegler to the knee injury, and we'll see how that is impacting him going forward. Happy birthday to Opie. Ron Howard, 69 today, from Andy Griffith, and also happy birthday to Catherine Bach from the Dukes of Hazzard. She is 68 today. Those are the celebrity birthdays on this Wednesday, March the 1st. Absolute gorgeous day in the neighborhood. I think we ought to play right now, because he's coming on. We ought to go give you a double dose of Joseph Taylor right here on the Tom Daly Sports.
On our buddy Joseph Taylor, Ivy Hall Nursing Home. What's going on at Ivy Hall right now?
Yes, sir. Ivy Hall, we're accepting long-term or short-term admissions. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, all insurances. We'd love to have you. You come out, you need some rehab, we'd love to help you. We got private rooms for rehab people. We can get you in, take care of you, send you home, and the food is absolutely out of this world.
Types of rehab you guys do?
Yes, sir. We have physical therapy, occupational therapy, speech therapy, respiratory therapy, and like I said, short-term or long-term residents. Yes, sir.
Yep. You also are looking for help?
Yes. I'm looking for RNs, LPNs, CNAs. If you want to be a housekeeper, laundry, kitchen, we're hiring. All departments are hiring at Ivy Hall.
Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Social media, how do we find you?
Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook, or ivyhallnursinghome.com is where you go to fill out an application to work.
Love promoting these folks right here on Cyclone Sports and the Tom Daly Sports Show. It is the one and only right here in Elizabethton, Ivy Hall Nursing Home.
Boom, there he is. Joseph Taylor, Ivy Hall Nursing Home. Yeah, just go ahead and take it off the old stand. How you doing, sir?
Oh, man, I'm great. How are you, Tom?
I'm doing great. How about the Vols last night? What was your take?
So it was weird because my wife was laying with the girls at first, and when she got in the room, Tennessee was winning. She was like, "All right." I was like, "Oh no, I got the worst news." And she said, "What?" And I said, "Well, Ziegler went down with a non-contact injury." I have never in my life heard Thompson Bowling Arena so quiet.
Oh, really?
I mean, it really felt like, you hear the saying, you could hear a pin drop. It felt that way.
Really?
On the broadcast, it was eerie. It was bad. I mean, because you always hear the non-contact injuries are the worst. So when he jumps up to throw the pass and he comes down, he just grabs that left knee. It was bad.
Pretty serious, you think?
All indications would be yes. I mean, I'm no doctor, of course,
Sure.
but
Absolutely.
it looked bad.
I didn't see it, so I was just getting your take on it. So it didn't look good.
Did not look good at all. He couldn't put any weight on the left knee, so he was, he had his arm around two trainers and just hopping on the right leg. No weight at all on the left leg.
Vescovy steps up and takes over point, does a pretty good job, doesn't he?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And the thing is, they had so Key was out last night, Tyreek Key. So there's one other ball handler, and B.J. Edwards, originally from Science Hill and went to Knox Catholic. He's played some, but he didn't get to play last night. So it was Vescovy. I mean, I think Vescovy took one small break in the first half, but next man up.
Yeah.
You got to be ready.
Got to do it.
That team has been so snake bitten by injuries, and when you think, all right, we got Josiah Jordan James back. Last night Phillips was back, and now you lose Ziegler. It's just one after another. And the worst year to have it, because we've talked several times. This is a wide open year in college basketball, but I feel like Ziegler is our most important player. So.
Don't know.
Don't know
what the status is, but he went down and didn't come back 3 minutes into the game, which is not a good sign, of course. And Joseph's right. We're not doctors. We're just tailors.
Yeah, we're
just a couple of good old boys.
Yeah.
Never meaning no harm. Dukes of Hazzard. You ever watch Dukes of Hazzard back in the day?
Absolutely.
Daisy Duke's a birthday girl today. She's 68. I know you watched Andy Griffith.
Yes.
Opie is 69 years old today.
And I'll be in trouble if I didn't mention that today's my sister's birthday. My older sister Tiffany.
Hello, Tiffany.
Yes.
Do we sing to her or just let it go?
No, just let it go.
Let it go.
Yeah.
All right. We sang once.
Yeah, that was probably to Catherine. She was the last one.
Yeah, and the only one. So, one trick pony, we sang to Catherine.
Yep, that's it.
Yeah. When is Emma's birthday?
April 17th.
Is that a day we'll be here on the show? Let me think. Let me see if that will be is that a show day? Let's see. April the 17th falls on a Monday.
On a Monday.
Yep. I'd say you probably need to come here and we'll sing on the 17th.
If I'm not on the show, I'll just comment in for you to sing.
No, you're coming on the show. No, you're going to come sing. No.
Okay.
If I'm going down in flames, you're going with me.
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Yeah. All right. So, I got the story about the 4 former football coaches, Tennessee, in trouble. Did you see that?
I did see that. I feel like this is like the never-ending saga that I just wish that the NCAA would finally just either say what the punishment is or let Tennessee off or what. I mean, punishing these coaches that aren't even coaching college football anymore doesn't make a lot of sense.
It's still an open case.
Yeah.
They have not closed it, they being the NCAA. So 4 former Tennessee football staff members given multi-year show cause penalties by the NCAA for their roles in recruiting violations, of which they admitted to, under Coach Jeremy Pruitt, who still nothing's happened to him yet. The coaches are linebacker coach Brian Niedermeyer, outside linebacker coach Shelton Felton, Director of Player Personnel Drew Hughes, and student assistant Michael Magnus, acknowledging and admitting level 1 violations involving cash payments, impermissible recruiting contact during COVID dead period, and monetary inducements. Tennessee accused of 18 level 1 violations, the most serious infractions you can have. So, Pruitt, let's see, knows of allegation which was delivered in July of last year, alleging a Tennessee player is receiving $60,000 from Pruitt and his wife and others associated with the program over the course of several years, including $15,000 of car and rent payments to one player. So what do we do? What happens? So Pruitt's fired in January 2021. So it's still hanging out there. I don't know what the NCAA is waiting on or what they're going to do ultimately to fix this and mop it up and make it go away. But Tennessee opted to fire Pruitt. We know that for cause. So none of the 4 individuals who agreed to show causes are involved in college coaching at this time. Hughes works for the Jacksonville Jags. Felton and Niedermeyer had high school coaching stints. And then Magnus got completely out of sports working in sales. So what happens? I mean, what do you do with this? It doesn't go away, does it?
It's not going to go away, and I feel like Tennessee's going to just probably have to just bite the bullet and maybe do a self-imposed bowl ban or something. I don't know. I don't know what the solution is.
Mm-hmm. We're live at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. There's Michelle. There's my friend, Mrs. Tipton, who's over there. Wouldn't come over here for $1 million. You want to come be on the show? Not a chance. Okay. So at least she's honest. So, all right. College football Hall Pastor Bobby Stout and Miss Jan. You want to talk about somebody? She ought to market her vegetable beef soup. I'm telling you.
That's 2 of the best people that I've ever known.
Love them to death.
Just the best people.
Oh, love them to death. When I get a chance to spend any time around them, it's like magic. Just get to hang out with them. They're cool, funny. Anyway, they're watching the show. Hello to the Stout kids. Bobby and Jan sitting in the tree. KISSING.
For a long time.
For a long time, yes. He chased her and caught her. So a long time ago. All right, college football trying to shorten the games, reduce number of plays during games this upcoming season. Why is everybody trying to? We monkeyed with baseball. We got it all fouled up, I think, to a point. Some of it's good, some of it's not. But now college football, here's the rule changes under consideration. They're meeting this week in Indianapolis to see what they're going to do. Running the clock after a first down is awarded, except in the last 2 minutes of either half. Eliminating the option for teams to call consecutive timeouts to freeze a kicker or whatever. You can only do one, that's it. And then carry over any fouls to the next period instead of finishing with an untimed down. Carrying over any fouls to the next period instead of finishing with an untimed down. Does that make sense? I'm trying to get my arms around that one. Carrying over any fouls to the next period instead of finishing with an untimed down.
So I think what they're saying is, during the first quarter, and there's a penalty on the last play of the first quarter, instead of just doing an untimed down, just go to the second quarter, start the clock at 15 minutes, and roll with it. But let me just say,
yes.
How in the world can the NCAA talk about expanding the playoff to 12 teams, more games on these kids, and now we want to say we're worried about player safety, we need to shorten these games?
Yeah. Speed the games up. We're going to add 24 more games. We're going to speed them up.
Yeah, but they say the reason is for player safety.
Yeah.
You can't add games and talk about player safety. I'm sorry. You can't talk out of both sides of your mouth that way.
There you go. Hello to Rick Ranson down in Pensacola watching. By the way, here's the verse of the day. We always dedicate our show to the man who hung on the cross. Unashamedly, today's verse is Psalms 34:4. This is his show. I got my fingers in his belt loop, and I'm hanging on. Because I tried it my way and it didn't work for a long time. So now he's doing it and it's a whole lot better. I sought the list of Psalms 34:4. I sought the Lord and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Whoo. Whoo. I sought the Lord and he answered me. It says in Hebrews, I will never leave you nor forsake you, which means I'll never turn my back on you. You ever any people turn your back on you down through the years?
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. I sought the Lord, he answered me, he delivered me from all my fears. Psalms 34:4.
So that verse right there, if you ever get a chance, go on Brooklyn or on YouTube, type in Brooklyn Tabernacle, Psalm 34. They do a song, amazing.
About that verse?
That verse is the song.
Oh, yeah.
Amazing.
Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir, Psalm 34.
Yes, sir.
On YouTube. Awesome. Speaking of YouTube, I'm supposed to be promoting. We're giving away money tonight.
Uh-oh.
Gosh, she's going to kill me. Let me do this real quick, and we're going to get your take on this big game tonight because it's a biggie. Tonight after the game, we're going to pick one person from our YouTube live stream to win $75. All you got to do is go over to YouTube tonight, subscribe, and comment you're watching with us tonight, the girls' game, the Lady Cyclones and the Lady Green Devils, and we'll give you a chance to win $75 tonight. Cold cash, free. All you got to do is from our YouTube live stream. All you got to do is go over there to YouTube, subscribe, and comment you're watching with us. We're watching or whatever. We're going to put you in the running to win. Somebody's going to win it tonight after the game.
So I'll be at church.
$75.
I'll be at church. Maybe I can slip to the bathroom and get on YouTube and comment real quick.
Subscribe.
Yeah, I got to try to get that $75.
Yeah, that's it. Tom, I'm at church. Love, Joseph. Which is, if it wasn't for this game, that's where I would be.
Yeah.
So, as part of me feels guilty that I'm not going to be in church, but it's the regional championship. Why do they put it on Wednesday night would be my question.
I was thinking about this when you asked me to be on today. It seems like Wednesdays used to be kind of reserved for no games. But here, the last several years, that's kind of changed. I hate that. But I'm sure that there's not near as many people that go to church on Wednesdays as there used to be. So,
yeah, just
the way it is, I guess.
Yeah. Which doesn't make it right, but that's probably a statistic. In fact, I read after COVID, 30 to 35%. I'm trying to remember where I saw this. The survey it said 30 to 35% of people that were going to church before COVID, after COVID, just won't go back. Just not going to go. Just decide they don't need it. So, O.R.G. Lee, the old famous pastor down in Chattanooga, said there'll be a payday someday.
Yep.
So
you got it.
There'll be a payday someday. Remember that. All right. So, are you okay with these college football rules being changed? But your point's well taken.
I mean, that's the thing. You're talking about making these adjustments, but yet you want to add games. I mean, I don't understand. But I did see last night that the average college football game has 180 plays.
Mm-hmm.
The average NFL game has 154 plays.
Mm-hmm.
So they're just, I mean, they are trying to make some tweaks. But I mean, I don't know if this is the way to go. Starting the clock after an incomplete pass doesn't make a ton of sense to me, because a lot of times, you know, you may throw an incomplete pass to stop the clock. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either. So, but that's what they're doing. So you look at, they're trying to speed that thing up, speed the college football game up. Clemson, Florida State, not happy in the ACC.
No.
They said, we look over and the Big Ten's going to be doling out about $57 million per school next year, including USC and UCLA. You've got the Southeastern Conference doling out in, 40-some, I've got the story here somewhere, 40-some million. And then ACC was given like 30-some million per school, which is mind-boggling for me anyway. But it shows that college sports is all about it's all about the money. It's what this is all about. And so Florida State and Clemson have said, ACC is not giving us enough money. We can't compete with the other guys. You know, when you got $15-20 million less in your coffers to go out and do whatever you need to do with that kind of money, we just can't compete. So we're going to bump it up. So now the ACC has always given a flat, everybody gets the same amount. Now Clemson, Florida State says we're the marquee school, so we need to get more of the cut of the pie than they're getting, because people tune in to watch us. They don't tune in to watch Boston College or North Carolina State or whatever. I don't know if that argument holds any water or not. Maybe in football, but basketball, I'm thinking basketball in the ACC. I'm going to watch North Carolina or Wake Forest or NC State or Duke.
Yeah.
Yeah, before we're going to watch Clemson or Florida State, simply because they're not a powerhouse as these guys were, and I think they're coming back. North Carolina and Duke were referencing. So
this seems to me, this is definitely a power play.
Oh, absolutely.
By Clemson and Florida State. But guess what? The going forward, it looks like the two, it's going to be the SEC and the Big Ten are top tier.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else is going to be below them. There's no seats at the table. If the SEC would have wanted Florida State and Clemson, they would have joined in a New York Minute. So whatever table pounding that Clemson and Florida State are trying to do to get more money,
Too late.
It's not going to work.
No.
You can't threaten to leave. Who's going to take you?
Yeah.
You going to leave to go to the Big 12? Which, of course not. The Pac-12? Of course not.
Big Ten's pretty much got their team set. You know, SEC went after Texas and Oklahoma instead of Florida State and Clemson.
That's it.
So you're kind of landlocked. And in the ACC, you know, it all goes back to this television rights. You know, SEC's got a new package. Big Ten got the huge new package. Pac-12's just kind of out there floundering after they lost Southern Cal and UCLA.
Yeah.
And the Big 12's got a pretty good package going. So the ACC, and theirs goes through 2026 is their television package of the ACC. So they're kind of landlocked.
I mean, they can complain all they want, but the ACC just needs to tell them to like it or lump it.
Yep.
I mean, where are you going to go?
One of the administrative, oh gosh, let me see if I can find the article real quick. We're talking to our buddy. It should be right here. If I can reach down and get it. I think it's right here. Yep, here it is. Thank you, Lord. Here it is right here. We got the article. All right, let me give you the exact numbers. ACC locked in a television deal through 2036.
2036.
Yeah, I'm glad I got the article to be correct here. Get my facts straight. All right, so you look at the SEC.
I saw that.
The SEC, okay, ACC will fall behind both the SEC and the Big Ten in revenue by about $30 million a year. So the Florida State Council, this is not the right article, the Florida State VP, oh gosh, I got her name. She said to get out of the ACC is $120 million. We'll be glad to pay it if we can get out. So, and I know where I left it at home, I think. Let me look right here one more time. Just hang on there. Just bear with me, as they say somewhere. So, nope, I left it at home. I know where it's on my studio, along with the other stuff I left. I was supposed to give you. It's been a morning. So anyway, ACC, redheaded stepchild, if you will.
Yeah.
Big Ten, Southeastern Conference, those are the power schools, the power conferences. Florida State, Clemson says, okay, not only we're not getting enough money. We're not getting enough of the cut of the pie of the money. And so they said, we're thinking about just pulling out. Where are they going to go?
Exactly.
So there's no room at the end, as they say in the book. So
I bet you behind the scenes, Clemson and Florida State are begging
SEC.
and pleading the SEC or Big Ten. Take us, please. We'd love to join your conference.
Well, the buyout is $120 million to get out of the ACC per school. So would you look at the Southeastern Conference picking up 2 more teams to make it an 18-team conference? So they got 14 now. They're adding Texas and Oklahoma. Is that correct?
Yes.
To make it 16. And then if you'd add 2 more, you obviously go 18. Can you do an 18-team Southeastern Conference, including Clemson and Florida State?
I feel like you can't add any more to the 16 until you can see how the 16 goes.
Yeah.
You know, like they've never had a 16-team season. Let's see how that goes before you talk about adding teams.
Yeah.
That would be my opinion. The SEC, they can do whatever they want. I mean,
Top of the hour, Greg Sauer coming talking Major League Baseball. We're talking to our buddy Joseph Taylor, and I think you're exactly right. Clemson, Florida State's, they've the barn door shut back. I don't think, they had a chance to get out, but I don't think, unless, they start writing checks to people, and I guess $120 million to get somebody's attention. So I guess to part the ACC. But then you go, okay, if I'm Miami going, wait a minute. We got a pretty good market down in, Miami, Florida is a huge television market. You look at Virginia Tech's got some notoriety there, and Blacksburg doesn't have a big TV market, obviously, but they are the Hokies. Then you look at, as you said, North Carolina State, and Duke, so over there on Tobacco Road. So I guess if I was the other teams in the conference, I'd be a little bit slighted.
I think the SEC probably, if they were smart regionally, they probably would want a North Carolina team or a Virginia team, because once you get a school in that state, then you can get your SEC network rights to the whole state.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like if they're going to expand, sorry Florida State, we already have Florida. Sorry Clemson, we already have South Carolina. That's the way I would look at it, that they would want, and that's why they went to Texas and Oklahoma, because that's new
markets.
New market. Well, not Texas, but Oklahoma for sure.
Mm-hmm.
But Texas is their own. They're their own brand. So
Yeah, they have their own network.
Yeah.
Texas has their own Longhorn network. So, of course, the other team in the SEC in Texas would be the
Texas
Aggies.
A&M.
The Aggies. So, anyway, it's food for thought. It's a changing, almost on a daily basis, landscape of college athletics. So, the transfer portal, the name, image, and likeness continues to be a big topic of discussion. One of the topics for the transfer portal is all of a sudden Joseph is happy where he's at. He has no intention of transferring, but he's a really good quarterback, really good running back, whatever he is, whatever he's good at doing. And all of a sudden, you're getting phone calls and texts. Hey, are you really happy there at XYZ University? I mean, really. We have a spot for you, and so it's called tampering.
Yeah.
Now that's beginning to happen.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
And so the coaches, where these kids are happy, and all of a sudden you say, well, yeah, I'm pretty happy. I said, well, are you $2 million happy? Because we can put $2 million in your pocket if you want to come be with us, and we can have you promote Chick-fil-A and a car dealership and a landscape company. I'm being all hypothetical, but so, and all of a sudden Joseph goes, all right, school down the road is offering me $2 million, and goes right to him, doesn't go to anybody else, goes right to his pocket in his billfold or his savings account, direct deposit. All of a sudden you start thinking, and so these coaches are going, wait a minute, time out. You're chasing this guy. He has no or didn't have any interest in leaving my school, and now he's thinking twice because of the money you're luring out there in front of him. That's not right.
No, it's not. And I think what we're going to end up seeing is a lot of the good coaches in college are going to jump at any chance to go coach in the NFL, because all this stuff is just getting too much. You're talking about the recruiting calendar, dealing with these players outside of school, the transfer portal, the NIL. I feel like we're going to start losing coaches at this point. So I guess yesterday was Mark Emmert's last day as the president. So today is a new era for somebody. Somebody needs to come into the NCAA and take control, and let's try to figure out how we can operate going forward. Instead of trying to react to everything, try to be proactive on some of this stuff.
It may come down to the point where we won't have an NCAA.
Yeah.
I mean, the Southeastern Conference has said more than once, we can even have our own playoff system. We don't even need the NCAA.
And I think that's when we were talking about earlier with this arms race between the SEC and the Big Ten. I mean, you could create a 4-team playoff by those two conferences,
Yeah.
and consider yourself a national champion, and have, I mean, and really, for all intents and purposes, that would be the best team.
Yeah. The other thing you're talking about too, I know you can go back to work. The other thing, but we could almost do a show just me and you, is Taylor and Taylor. I mean, really. I mean, we're starting to cover a lot of ground. But the other topic they're talking about is the devaluing of the college bowl games now. You know, you got guys not playing; they're holding out to go to the combine, which is going on this week in Indianapolis. So, you know, you got guys not playing in the bowl games now. The marquee players to protect themselves for the upcoming NFL draft. All right, so they're not coming. The cities are taking a hit because the fans are coming to watch the teams play because some of the teams, big marquee players, as I said, are not coming to play. So it's like, well, why go watch a bunch of second-string guys? You know, plunk down money to a hotel and stay in that town and get tickets to the bowl game. And so all of a sudden, you know, the bowl games are losing their value, all because we're pushing everything to those playoffs. So now they're talking about, you know, what is the importance of having bowl games because the fans aren't responding to them like they used to.
Exactly. And then you see these bowl games are trying to lure the playoff games to be held at their bowls, like the opening round of the playoff. To me, I think it would be so cool if the first round of the playoffs were at the home team stadiums. Like that, a playoff game in a home stadium would be so, the atmosphere would just be incredible. So much more incredible than at these bowls. But I mean, the bowls, they want their money. They know those playoff games, those are big money games.
Well, and so the bowl comes to, let's say they come to Elizabethton to pitch it. I'm going to use it as a hypothetical. The pitch is bringing the bowl here. And we got to guarantee so many people are going to be in those seats. And so the Chamber of Commerce out here doing mass marketing to, you know, come to the, whatever.
Tom Taylor Bowl.
Tom Taylor Bowl. There you go. Tom Taylor Bowl in Elizabethton. And so the first year, you get two teams, and the star quarterbacks, both teams say, we ain't coming because we're going to save ourselves for the draft. We're just going to opt out to play. Okay. Or one of them says, I'm going to transfer. I'm a junior. I'm underclassman. I'm not going to play there next year. I'm leaving.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, these two teams' fan bases go, well, why are we going to go to Elizabethton to watch the two teams play? Then the best players aren't going to be out on the field.
You're absolutely right.
All of a sudden, the Chamber of Commerce here is sweating bullets because they promised the Tom Taylor organization, we're going to fill these seats up for you and get you a good television package to televise your game, put your name all over this bowl for 2.5 hours or 3 hours on a bowl day. All that's all of a sudden going rut row, and they do at Citizens Bank Stadium, the Tom Taylor Bowl has about a fourth of the seats filled.
Right.
And all of a sudden the Chamber's like, we ain't going to market this next year because we took a bath. And all of a sudden it's a domino effect. So how do you stop it? I don't know, but that's what's out there right now.
Yep.
A lot of those bowls this year, you go back and the attendance was sagging at best. Some of them had good crowds, the playoff ones, but the regular bowl games, there's 1,000 of them out there. So all those, across the board attendance-wise was down.
Let's be honest. If your team got invited to play in the Idaho Potato Bowl, would you want to go? I mean,
well,
I can't say that I would want to go watch.
No.
If I didn't have a family member playing or something,
Well, Marshall played in the Myrtle Beach Bowl. It's not what it's called, but it's at Myrtle Beach. Can't remember the name of it. I'm 6-7 hours away. I wasn't motivated enough to go down there and watch it because I read where some of the guys aren't going to play.
But that was a whole lot more motivating than some of these other ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
yeah.
It's just, I'm with you. I don't know what you do. I don't know how you bring the juice back to the bowl games.
Nope. So the new commissioner's got his hands full. You made a very good point. He starts today, the new commissioner. So Mark Emmert stepping away from the commissioner of the NCAA.
And good riddance to him. Sorry, he was not a good president. It's time for new leadership. I'm sorry. I try to be nice and positive on this show, but he was terrible.
He's my third cousin. So.
Sorry, man.
Sorry, third cousin. I know he's not my third cousin.
He's a super nice guy.
Yeah.
But I don't think he did a good job in the leadership role.
What's going on in Ivy Hall Nursing Home?
Ivy Hall, we're accepting long-term, short-term residents. We'd love to have you. We'd especially love to have you if you want to come work with us. Hiring nurses, CNAs, housekeeping, kitchen, laundry. We would love to have you join our team. Ivy Hall Nursing Home on Facebook or ivyhallnursinghome.com.
There you go.
And we didn't get to talk about it much, but
I
got the Cyclones big tonight.
Big game
Nothing
night.
needs to be said. The Cyclones, they're rolling. It's huge to have the home sectional game, so they need to go out, take care of business, get that home game, and they're going to do it.
17 in a row. They're 27-4. Greenville outstanding, 26-7. Both been ranked in top 10 in the state virtually all season. They'll collide right over my shoulder here at 7 o'clock tonight. It's a blackout. Students get there early at 6 o'clock. And the Booster Club's going to feed them down in the cafeteria, the Commons. Free pizza to all the students that show up wearing, of course, everybody's supposed to be wearing black at the blackout. So tip-off's at 7. We'll go on air the broadcast at 6:40 tonight. Cyclone Network, 3-camera network, run by the students. It's awesome. And under the production of Mr. Prophet, Daniel Prophet, the teacher of the class. They do a great job.
Man, it's such a good production. I love watching it. It's
they
so
do a
good.
great job. They do a great job.
You and Dr. Minton do such a good job. We're blessed.
Dr. Minton, he does an awesome job. Dr. J, we call him. So, yep, it's tonight, 6:40 airtime, 7 o'clock tip-off. And, again, the place will be rocking. Green and white, you better believe it'll be here. They should be. The Green Devil Nation, as they call themselves. And then, of course, the Cyclone Nation. House will be rocking. Second year in a row they play for the regional championship.
Doesn't it feel like it's always Elizabethton and Greenville for high stakes?
Yeah.
I wouldn't want it any other way.
No, it's awesome. Two great communities that back their teams like no other, in my opinion, for towns the size of Greenville and Elizabethton. It's really, it's really an awesome situation. And of course, as I've said, whether it's football, basketball, baseball, track and field, when green and white sees orange and black, it immediately hits the button because it's built-in rivalry.
I mean, if you ask either one of my daughters, if you even say Greenville, they'll say, ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, it starts early.
Yeah. Sean Witten's sitting right here talking about the NFL playoffs. And when it was the Cowboys, no, it was the Giants and the Eagles playing. Whoever Philadelphia's playing, he said, I can't root for somebody that wears green. I thought it was hilarious. So
it starts early, man. I mean, we don't like each other. We respect each other. Because, like you said, we're kind of mirror images of one another. Yeah. But, man, when it's heated.
Oh, yeah. Say the least. Thank you, sir, coming by. Get yourself something good to eat.
Yes, sir.
Always love having Joseph Taylor on this show. He's awesome. And his wife said he loves to come be on the show. You do, don't you?
I do. I love it. And I think she loves it because it keeps her from having to hear about sports all the time.
That's what she said. We love when he comes down there because I get a break. He can talk to you about sports and talk your ear off. Oh, no, it's just a couple of good old boys. Join it.
Yes, sir.
Quick break for Big John's Closeouts. Greg Salyer next, talking Major League Baseball. Later in the show, Jordan Simmons from Unicoi County. They upset Greenville last night in the boys basketball tournament. Greenville got eliminated last night, the two-time defending state champ. And so he'll come along to join us by phone. And also Lucas Andrews, the head coach of the Lady Cyclones. Both of those gentlemen joining us before the show's out. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Quick set locks. You got them in. Got them in stock. Tell me about it.
Yes, that's been one of our latest product lines that we've added here just in the last 2 to 3 weeks. Really, we were looking at a way to get another line of locks that gave us a little bit more variety, a little bit different type style, and user friendly. With quick set locks, you have a number of options, and we carry those where you can actually key them yourself. So they can be keyed if you lose a key. They come with a insert thing that you can put in there, and you can put a new key in it, and it will actually set the tumblers to your new key. And so you can rekey it on the job site, as well as Quickset also has a number of locks that have like a micro band type of a coating to them that cuts down on the transfer of germs and things of that nature. Really handy if you've got children running around, you don't know where their hands have been, where they've washed them in the bathrooms or whatever, then you've got these locks right here that will probably hinder up to 99% of your germ transfer.
You've also got locks with Quickset for mobile homes, right?
Yes, we've got mobile home locks. We've got kits where you've got 2 locks, 2 deadbolts if you're trying to match your front and your backs as far as that goes. We've got, a lot of different colors and styles. Naturally, brass, has been around for eons of time, but we've got also, the nickel finish, the oil rub bronze or darker ones, and the antique English finish in locks. So you can get just about anything to match about any decor you've got.
Be loyal, buy local, support Big John's Closeouts here in Elizabethton. Again, the hours are open.
We're 7:30 to 6 Monday through Friday and 8 to 4 on Saturday.
How do we find you on social media?
Okay, go ahead and you can, just go to BigJohnsCloseouts.com. You can see both us and Mountain City Store, or you can email questions or requests or quotes that you want. If it's cabinets, you can send it to cabinets@bigjohnscloseouts.com, or just general inquiries, you can send it to experts@bigjohnscloseouts.com.
One of our great sponsors, I preach it every day, be loyal, buy local. Support the local folks. It's a local mom and pop company. He's the owner, Mike Barnett, Big John's Closeouts here in Elizabethton, and we appreciate them very much being part of the Tom Taylor Sports Show and Cyclone Sports.
We're proud to help our region move forward and help reopen every business we can.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, look who stopped by, our Major League Baseball, I guess, stringer? What would you call yourself?
I don't know.
Yeah, just a good old boy.
Somebody just pays attention.
That's it. That's it. Because you pay attention, we got you on.
So,
Opie's having a birthday today, Ron Howard.
really?
69.
Wow.
You-
Opie's 69.
You know you're getting old when Opie's 69 off Andy Griffith.
Yeah.
And then Daisy Duke, Catherine Bach, 68 today.
68. Wow.
Yeah, so there you go. Were you a Daisy Duke fan?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right.
The first time I was ever in a commercial on television, I knew our commercial had made it when I was watching the Dukes of Hazzard, and there I popped up on the screen.
On the TV commercial?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
During the Dukes of Hazzard?
During the Dukes of Hazzard.
Wow.
So I knew we had made it when that happened.
What commercial was it, I want to ask?
I was a senior in high school, and it was a public service spot for school attendance, because I guess they were having problems with kids laying out of school. I don't know. So I played this kid that's laying out of school, and I'm just kind of hanging out on the street corner, and all my buddies come and grab me and take me off to school.
There you go.
So
I like to see that commercial. So is it out there for viewing somewhere?
I've got it on a VHS somewhere, but
Yeah.
you might find it somewhere. I don't know if it's on. I don't know if you could find it online anywhere or not, because it was made in 1984 or 85, something like that.
So it popped up on the Dukes of Hazzard show.
Yeah,
There
so
you
that's.
go.
I mean, I'd seen it a couple times before that, but when it came up on the Dukes of Hazzard, I was like, "Whoa, we've really made it now."
Greg Salyer and Daisy Duke. A winning combination.
Yeah.
Lawsy mercy. All right. Wow, the entry bug's hitting all these people. All right, first thing first.
Yeah.
Are you okay with the new rule? I mean, the timing thing with the pitcher, you got, 15 if nobody's on the bases? You got 20 if somebody's on the bases? You got 15 seconds between pitches to get it in there? The batter's got to get back in there within 8 seconds, is that right?
Yeah. So, boy, it's already shown its head, hasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
First game of the season for the Braves and the Red Sox. And the funny thing to me was it was a minor league player that it happened to. Somebody that should have been used to this because they've been playing with it. But, the scenario could not have been greater. I mean, here they are. The Braves have made this great comeback. They were down 3 in the 9th, come back and score 3, have the bases loaded, 2 outs, full count on the batter, and he doesn't get in the box in time. And they say, strike 3, you're out.
Game over.
Game over. We're going to end it in a tie.
There you go.
And I'm like, oh my gosh.
See, what is this, kickball? We ended a tie. So don't get me started. Don't get me started.
That wouldn't happen in the regular season, but they would go extra innings in the regular season. But I'm just like, oh my goodness, what a way for a game to end, especially first game of spring training for those two teams.
And if you go in extra innings, it puts them out at second, like kickball.
Yeah.
So kick it in, Tommy. Greg's out at second. Kick him in. It's like, okay. So don't get me started. But anyway.
Yeah, we never did that in kickball.
We did in West Virginia. The big old red
Did you?
ball. Oh
Okay.
yeah, big old red ball.
Oh yeah, we played kickball, but we didn't put a runner on second.
Oh yeah, we did because we weren't very good. And the teacher's like, "We want to go in now. We're tired of."
Yeah. We had this boy when I was in elementary school, and bless his heart, his mama made him wear dress clothes to school every day. I'm not kidding. And he would wear these dress shoes, which were slick as a ribbon on the bottom, but he could kick that ball forever with them things because they were hard.
Call them hard shoes.
Yeah. And he could kick. Oh, everybody wanted him to kick, but you didn't want him to run because he's sliding all over the place trying to run. The leather sole dress shoes his mom made him wear. But
We call them hard shoes. That's what we call them.
Yeah.
You wearing your hard shoes for church? Yes, ma'am. Not them tennis shoes, them nasty tennis shoes, them old Chuck Taylors. You wearing your hard shoes? Yes, ma'am. So you had hard shoes.
He had
playing
hard
kickball.
shoes. Yeah.
Is your mother watching today?
She is watching.
Hi, Ed. How you doing?
She will know his name too. I wouldn't mention his name for $1 million right now, but she would know his name.
Yeah, she know it.
Yep.
Yeah. Now, see, you're telling grown-up stories. She like to hear my stories. With a guy with hard shoes playing kickball, running bases and dress clothes.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it. So,
Yeah.
remind me to tell you a story before it's over with about my dress clothes fiasco on my birthday.
Okay.
Not only did I mess things up, I took a whipping on top of that too. So,
Oh boy.
my 8th birthday.
Okay.
Not good. Weeping and wailing and gnashing of teeth. I got lit up like a Roman
On
candle.
birthday.
On my birthday. At my birthday party.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, I got smoked. And I deserved it, so. All right, let's take a look at some things going on in the bigs. People getting hurt left and right.
Yeah.
Gavin Lux, the Dodgers, gone from the year.
Yeah. Oh, that was a big one. That's the one that I'm really looking at and saying, wow, I hate that one. The Dodgers really relied on Gavin Lux. Matter of fact, Gavin Lux was going to be their shortstop this year. Moving over from second base, but he was going to be their shortstop, and yeah, that was just an ugly injury. Torn MCL. Said he heard it pop. You don't want to hear anything pop when you're running the bases, that's for sure. And he hurt his knee pop, and year-ending injury on the first weekend of spring training. Yeah, just awful. Hate to hear that for anybody, but the Dodgers were really counting on him. They've gone out and signed another shortstop, but nobody we've ever heard of, so I don't know. I mean, that's a blow.
It is a blow.
They
No
were
question.
really, as many players as they lost this year, I think they were really counting on him, and it's going to be tough.
Coming up tonight, Cyclone basketball regional championship against Greenville. 6:40 airtime, tip off at 7 from John Trentwood Gymnasium. It's a blackout. All Cyclone fans to wear black tonight, and it'll be an electric atmosphere. There's already kind of a buzz here in town about the game. It's the game, the regional championship, Greenville and Elizabethton, and so we'll start it at 6:40 tonight. Again, right here on the Tom Miller Sports Show Facebook page and on YouTube. All right, Joe Musgrove in the weight room for the Padres pitcher drops a kettlebell on his toe and breaks his big toe. So I'm thinking, how stupid can you be to drop a kettlebell on your toe? I mean, I guess it happens, but I think these guys are grown men, paid professionals. Dropped a kettlebell in the weight room on his toe, and he's out a couple of weeks, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, broken big toe for a pitcher especially is nothing to laugh about, I mean, that's going to be tough to come back from. So it's going to send him back. He's probably
absolutely.
he's not going to make he's not going to be ready for opening day.
No.
So
Then you have Tyler Glasnow, big 6'8" guy.
yeah.
An injury to his oblique muscle during a bullpen session. So he's 6'8", so now he's on the shelf for a while.
Yeah, and it was coming back from Tommy John. I mean, he pitched a little bit last year after coming back from Tommy John, but, you don't want to hear if you're a pitcher, you sure don't want to hear oblique injury.
Yeah.
That's for sure. You see these guys, and the way they have to torque that body, that oblique takes a beating anyway. So.
But you have all these trainers and medical people around all these teams, and now we got guys with oblique muscles going down. I mean, I'm thinking, I asked you before we went on there, I said, are we just soft? I mean, when I played, of course I wasn't good, but when I played, when people got hurt, you just went and played. You never heard about oblique muscles, and I mean, it's I don't know. It seems like to me, the more definitive we are with medical care, medical help, and more injuries you have. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, it does. These guys are professional athletes. You expect them to be in top physical condition, able to go out and for their bodies to take a little bit at least of abuse as they're playing. And they're not like you and me. I remember several years ago I was playing church league softball. I hit a ground ball to short, beat it out at first base, but my first step out of the box, man, I felt some pain in my thigh, and I get to first base, and I'm just standing there with my hands on my knees on the bag, and the first base coach walks over to me, and I said, I need a runner. He said, well, you can't really have a runner. You have to come out of the game. I said, you understand, I'm done.
I need a runner.
I may need help getting off the field.
May need a MASH unit.
I'm well into my 40s at this time, well into my 40s, probably getting close to 50. Out there playing softball like I was 25.
Yeah.
And
they're going, help.
Yeah.
Standing first base going, help.
Yeah.
My legs hurt.
So I'm just like, oh. And he said, but you can't go back in the game. I said, I'm not going back in the game.
He's done.
I'm not playing probably next week or the week after.
Put a fork in him, he's done.
Yeah. But these guys are not approaching 50 years of age, so I don't know if I mean if you look at video and you slow it down to some of these guys, what they put their bodies through, it's amazing that they can, especially the elbow for these pitchers, because the elbows, we get a lot of Tommy John surgeries, but especially if you look at a slow motion videos of what these guys put their elbow through, it's phenomenal that everybody doesn't get hurt, I guess. But
what's the difference between now and 20 years ago?
Yeah, there's not any difference.
I mean, you're still throwing the ball the same way.
I mean, look at Tom Seaver, the way he pitched, and everything.
Elbow's an elbow.
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, you hear more injuries. So, anyway, Glasnow, big 6'8" guy, an oblique muscle. And then I'm thinking, okay, it's the first week of spring training.
Yeah.
So that tells me one of two things. Either he's not a real tough guy, or he wasn't ready. He wasn't doing what he was supposed to in off season to get himself conditioned, ready to go. An oblique muscle for a pitcher the first week of spring training shouldn't really be happening.
And that was Jacob DeGrom's issue as well. So, but he's back. He says he's good to go. So,
Ian Anderson, Atlanta Braves. Starting assignment yesterday. Had a shaky 2022, and he got shelled yesterday.
Yeah.
4 runs, 3 hits, 3 walks in an inning and a third. Lifted with 2 outs in the first inning.
Yeah.
Re-entered and retired 2 of the 3 batters he faced in the second inning. So got a little bit better as time went on, but the initial start was not good for guys trying to make the rotation.
Yeah, it wasn't. Here's a guy that has shown us in the past that he can be a good major league starter. I mean, pitching a World Series. My goodness, he was a solid part of that rotation in that World Series year for the Braves, and they're counting on him. I mean, they especially with Soroka, because I mean, let's face it, they really weren't thinking Soroka, but it was going to be a nice addition if they could get him, and now it looks like he's had a setback. So you want to see Ian Anderson to be able to produce well. I mean, you want to see him to get some guys out, and just didn't happen. And we're seeing that with several of these guys that are guys that we would think would be top of the rotation guys. Hunter Green had a bad outing for the Reds. Talked about how good he threw, but he didn't have good results at all. And then the way you mentioned that he came back in after he'd been removed from the game, happened to Connor Overton the other day, and he couldn't get out of the 3rd inning. Well, they brought him back in the 4th inning. He couldn't get out of the 4th inning either. Some of these guys are just, they're struggling right now. And let's face it, it's early in spring training. Give them a few starts and see if they can get it all worked out. But it's all they have is a few starts.
Yep. Manny was sitting right here on the show last week and said Manny Machado's playing the Padres, and he won.
Wow.
An 11-year, $350 million contract extension. Now, he signed a 10-year, $300 million back before the 2019 season, 4 years ago.
Yeah.
He says, I'm not making enough. He made $108 million out of the deal, set to make $32 million this season.
Yeah.
He said, I'm leaving. Padres panicked. They got, so he had him over barrel. He played him like a fiddle.
He did.
They come right back, said an 11-year, $350 million contract extension for Manny Machado.
Was there opt-outs in that contract, that new one?
Yes.
Okay.
I think there's one opt-out.
Okay, one opt-out. Okay.
Hit 298 last year, 37 doubles, 32 home runs, 102 RBIs, scored 100 times, 100 runs, finished second in the MVP voting, and was an all-star for the 6th time.
Mm-hmm.
So had a really good year.
He did.
So, but now you look at the Padres payroll. Fernando Tatis, 14-year, $340 million deal, runs through 2034. It'll never happen. Xander Bogaerts, 11-year, $280 million deal. Yu Darvish, 6-year, $108 million extension. Takes it through 2028 for the Padres. And Joe, I can't handle a kettlebell Musgrove, dropped it on his foot. Now he's out for 2 or 3 weeks. He signed through 2027 for big bucks. So the Padre payroll is out the roof.
It is. And
Soto?
They got one Soto.
Yep.
As well. So, yeah, I mean, okay, so Manny Machado and Xander Bogaerts are now signed, I think, through their age 41-year season.
Never happened.
The owner said he's looking for Manny to play, even get extended after that. I don't know about that, but
it'll never happen.
Yeah.
How many long-term contracts do you see these guys sign and they actually go through with it? Votto's one of the few.
Votto's one of the few, but you know, you see these things happen, and almost every time the team lives to regret it.
Yep.
Almost every time.
Yeah.
So.
And Machado's, he's had a pretty good run with the Padres. That's
absolutely great player.
Yep.
But yeah, my goodness, where's it going to end? And of course, Tony Clark came out this week. It's over the Players Union. And it said no salary cap.
Yep.
And he said we'll never be in favor of a salary cap. Well, the fans are in favor of a salary cap, I think. I mean, you listen to what I read on Twitter, and the fans are saying there needs to be something to change the competitiveness of the teams. I mean, you got the haves and the have-nots big time right now, and something needs to change. And the Players Union evidently is not going to be willing to do what they need to do to make that change.
And who pays for this ultimately? The fans.
Yeah, we do.
At the turnstiles. Yeah. So interesting to see how much the Padres tickets are going up, because somebody's paying for all these guys' money. It just ain't falling out of the sky. Somebody's got to pay for it.
Now, a lot of these teams, and some of these smaller market teams, they're making money before they even sell a ticket just with their TV deals. Their TV deal is going to bring them in more than what their payroll is.
But I saw where Bally Sports, which is one of it's a big underlying sponsor, for lack of a better term, for all the baseball broadcast.
It's the network that broadcasts a lot of these teams.
They filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah, including the Reds.
Yeah. So now Rob Manfred said, okay, the commissioner says, we're going to do something, make sure these games are on. But Bally Sports files bankruptcy. That's the one that broadcasts all these games. So that puts a new hitch in his giddy up.
Oh, absolutely. And baseball is going to have to get out of the blackout thing they've got, too. I mean, that is the most ridiculous thing you've ever seen. Basically, if you live close to a team, you can't watch their games.
Yeah.
And as long as they got that, who cares about what Major League Baseball does? I mean, nobody's going to pay to see. I mean, I'm a Reds fan. I live within the area for both the Reds and the Braves, so I'm blacked out for both of all of their games. So I'm not gonna pay for it to see the Mariners play. I mean.
Yeah. No, I'm not either. I'm not gonna pay to see the Reds play. So. Are you kidding me? Not a snowball's chance of waste my money paying to see the Reds play.
Yeah.
They couldn't play dead in a Western movie. They're terrible. So anyway.
Yeah.
Now, on the local scene, Appalachian League, the Bristol State Liners. There is a move from the Bristol, Tennessee side of things to move the team from across the state line of Virginia into Tennessee and build a new stadium out of White Top Park. And that just came off the mount yesterday. So got some folks in the Bristol, Tennessee City Commission and the governing portion of the Bristol, Tennessee City, that as one in particular says, I'm going to make this proposal for Bristol, Tennessee to step in. And Boyd Sports says we'll throw in $2 million to get it started, some seed money.
Hey.
So DeVault Stadium needs some help, and apparently Bristol, according to the story, the Bristol, Virginia city leaders apparently aren't willing to put some money into DeVault Stadium to bring it up. Need some help. I don't know what they need help on as far as cosmetic changes, but they're talking about building a new stadium at Bristol, Tennessee, out of White Top Park in the Dragway. So
that would be fantastic.
Yeah,
I got to say, I've been to a lot of games in Appalachian League in the past. I've not been to the new Appalachian League, but you know, when it was affiliated with Major League Baseball, I did. And I got to say, I'm from Bristol. I love Bristol, but that was the worst ballpark in the league.
Oh, really?
In my opinion.
DeVault Stadium?
Yeah, in my opinion, it was the worst. And I've played on that field, you know, in high school. But to me, it was the worst ballpark in the Appalachian League, period, hands down. It was confusing. I mean, you didn't know where to buy a ticket. You didn't know what to do. You didn't know how to get in there. And I'm from there. I've been to, I don't know how many games. I go walking up to buy my ticket one time, and the guy yelled at me and said, "Hey, you got to buy a ticket." And I said, "Oh, you buy them over here now?" He said, "Yeah, you got to come over here." They had a little ticket booth that they'd built that nobody knew about.
Confused him.
Yeah, it was confusing. So they need to – that was when they were affiliated with the White Sox. But they need to do something. I mean, I agree. So I think a new ballpark would be fantastic for Bristol.
When I used to call the games back in the day in the Appalachian League, I used to work with the late Boyce Cox in Bristol. Mm-hmm. Great gentleman.
Oh, absolutely.
Great gentleman. He's gone, but he was a big fan of, obviously, baseball. He's an old baseball purist, and so
he was Mr. Baseball in Bristol.
Yeah.
I mean, let's
always
face it.
enjoyed working with Boyce Cox.
Yeah.
And he's gone. B-O-Y-C-E. Great guy. Great gentleman.
Yeah.
Just a class guy. Never saw him, at least all the times I was around him, never saw him get upset. Just kind of like Greg Sire. Just cool. Anyway, that's what they're talking about up in Bristol. And that was a proposal. It's not going into the works yet, but hello, Carl Wilson. How you doing, sir? Pastor Stout says, coming in loud and clear. Thank you, sir. Excited for the game tonight, says Connie Helms. Oh, yes, I'm fired up, ready to go. 6:40. It won't be that long. We'll be ready to do it. Coming up bottom of the hour, Lucas Andrews joins us here in about 5 or 6 minutes. Also, Jordan Simmons, the head coach of Unicoi County, joins us. We'll run down through what happened last night of boys basketball. Some are gone, some are still playing. So we'll tell you who won and who lost last night, whose season ended. We'll do that here in just a few minutes. So anything else in the bigs you want before you take off?
You know, with spring training underway, we've talked about the injuries. We talked about you know, some of the guys who are performing well, some who are not performing quite so well. We do need to think about World Baseball Classic that's starting very soon. That's an exciting thing for baseball fans. That I'll tell you, that Miami regional is fantastic.
Really?
I'm anxious to see. I'll tell you what, the United States is just stocked, but Dominican Republic is just as good as they are. Mm-hmm. Puerto Rico is going to be good. There are some fantastic teams in the World Baseball Classic this year. So I'm anxious to see how it goes, and I'm anxious to see who those sleeper teams are that pull off the upsets, because there's always some of that happens.
I saw where Shohei Ohtani. There's old Andy Griffith right there.
Yeah.
Is that Mr. Salyer?
I don't know who that is.
Is that the kid?
I think that's a spam. I think it's somebody trying to steal my money.
Trying to steal your money?
Yeah, that's one of those deals where, you know, they're saying my account is on hold. And, you know.
That's what it says?
Yeah, my account's on hold. And I got to click their link to pay my bill in order to make sure that I don't lose my next Netflix service. I don't have Netflix service in my name.
See, I don't have that problem because I ain't got no money. Ain't nobody sending me text saying we're getting ready to freeze your account. I ain't got no accounts. I'm cash on the barrelhead, baby. Whatever's in my billfold's what I got. So, so no, nobody's sending me spams going, we're about to take your money. I'm thinking,
you don't get those? I get them all the time for credit cards that I don't even have. You know, I mean,
no clue.
Like Wells Fargo. I don't have any accounts with Wells Fargo. I get stuff from them all the time, or not from them, but
when you make big money, that's what happens. For us bottom feeders, We ain't got nothing. We ain't got 2 nickels to rub together. So we don't ever have to worry about people wanting to steal my money because they ain't got none. Okay.
You do know what I do for a living, right, Tom?
I do know. I just had to hit that bell. That's pretty good.
Okay.
So no, I never get any spams about my credit cards or any of that. No.
Okay.
No. So anyway, now but Mrs. Salyer has a special. Then when she rings.
No, it's still Andy Griffith.
Oh, I thought she had a special.
No, everybody. It's Andy Griffith for everybody.
I thought when the boss hits that buzzer, there's a different sound. Nope.
It's still Andy Griffith for everybody.
Does
I ought to do that. I ought to put something different for her, I guess.
Or your mom.
Mom's Andy Griffith too.
No, your mother. Your mom
Everybody's
needs
Andy
her-
Griffith.
She needs her own tone. So when her own ringtone. So when she rings, like, oh, it's mom. So
Yeah.
it's Ev.
Yeah,
Old
I
Tom.
do need a couple of other ringtones.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe.
Yeah, you need to come up with a new
fix that.
ringtone for Mrs. Salyer and for your mother.
Yeah.
And maybe for Tom Taylor, when a few times everybody's just
Yeah.
like, it's like, is that a spam thing? Is that a credit card? No, that's Tom.
That's Tom.
Delete.
That's telling me Johnson City or Elizabethton.
So anytime I send him a text, which place am I going to be at this week?
Yeah.
So, and I'll get Elizabeth. I'll send Elizabeth, and I'll get a little guy with glasses and a white hair and with a thumbs up. Thumbs up. So he knows the message was sent and was received.
Yeah.
All right. By the way, Shohei Ohtani, that was what I was saying before.
Yeah.
Through 98, bringing it 98 miles per hour.
Yeah.
Before he heads off to represent Japan. When does this start, by the way? The World Baseball Classic?
It's soon. Let me look to be sure. It's really soon because it'll be over by the time season starts. So it'll be. I want to say it might be even this weekend. Let me see.
Yeah.
Well, Monday. It looks like it
Starts
starts Monday.
All right.
Monday, March 6th.
Don't forget tonight, Cyclone basketball. It's a blackout. Everybody wearing black inside John Tridway Gym if you're a Cyclone fan. And of course, the green and white will come in full force, and they should. So it's going to be a great atmosphere. Greenville's a very proud community for their ball teams, and understandably so, and so is Elizabethton. So,
Excuse me, Tuesday.
we start.
Tuesday, March the 7th is when it starts.
All right, sir. Thank you for stopping by. Next
All
week,
right.
go ahead and tell you. I'll send you the text. Get the little white-haired guy again.
Okay.
We're here next week.
The little white-haired guy looks a lot like me, I
He
think.
does.
Yeah.
Your hair is your trademark. Is what your
My
wife
trademark.
said?
That's what she said.
The silver fox is what we call it. So there you go.
Yeah.
Oh, I was supposed to tell you my birthday story.
Yeah, we got to hear your birthday story
All
before
right.
I go.
My mother was very. Well, we didn't have any more birthday parties after this, so I guess I ruined it. So, anyway,
Let's put an end to the birthday
I
parties.
was 8 years old.
Wow, this has got to be good.
Oh, it was classic. So, anyway, we'll have all these kids over. It's like, most of my, what would have been second grade class.
Yeah.
Third grade class, second or third, I don't know. But anyway, they all came. So I get a new outfit. So I've got this new outfit on. So it made me think of it. You talked about that story earlier. So I got this new outfit on. And so
You got hard shoes?
I had hard shoes.
All right.
Had buckles across the top. Had a buckle
Yeah.
across it. Oh, yeah. They were Tom McCann shoes. I can remember like it's
Man, you could have kicked that kickball forever.
from here to Johnson City if I got hold of it.
Yeah.
So, but at home plate, it had rained that morning. Had the party that afternoon. It had rained and there was a puddle of water. So, Bright Boy here said, you know what? We ought to put a piece of plywood on that home plate area.
Oh, no.
Oh, yeah. There was probably a couple inches of rain standing at the home plate area in our
Wow.
backyard. It's in the backyard. Had a little low area. Put home plate was there, and you had to kind of And so put the home plate, and there's a little not about that much water. So Hot Rod here, the wizard, old Bright Boy, sharper than a 2-inch, puts a piece of plywood about the size of this table
Yeah.
on top of the. So the little girl that I was sweet on at the time, she could have said, "Eat dirt," and I would have went and got a spoon. I mean,
Yeah.
it's like whatever
Oh, yeah.
she said.
Yeah.
I went broke keeping her stocked in Reese cups in third grade because she wanted Reese cups, and I went out and got them because I was in love with her. So anyway, she said, "Hey Tommy, yeah, won't you jump on that board, see if you can ride the wave?" I said, "You know what? That's a good idea." Showing off her, of course, at 8 years old.
Of course.
Oh yeah, trying to make an impression this young lady, and boy did I. Oh boy. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna jump on that board. So I read myself back like this, and I put on a little show because I said, "Hey, everybody, watch this." You know what the rednecks do?
Oh yeah.
Watch this.
Yeah.
So I go, "Hey, watch this, guys." So I take off running 5 or 10 steps, and I jump on that piece of plywood. Well, you got to kind of figure out where that went. The piece of plywood, zing, and my hiney went bing, right down in the water.
Yeah.
Muddy water. My brand new outfit.
Oh.
I had on for my birthday. And the last thing I heard my mother say when I went outside, "Don't get it dirty." Okay. God rest her soul. Oh, I walked on the corner of the house, and they were cooking hamburgers on the grill, and she went, and I'm dripping from head to toe in muddy, brown, chocolate brown water.
Oh, wow.
And the girl, here's the bad part, the girl I was showing off for never spoke to me the rest of the party. I was almost suicidal. I was like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? I was just broken hearted because I was trying to show off for her, and she's like, look at me like, you're such a dweeb, and never even spoke to me the rest of my party.
You should have just kept buying her the Reese cups, I guess.
Never forget that. Long as I live. That was a long time ago. So I came around the corner dripping wet with my new outfit, and so my father, the things you never want to hear him say, "Come with me." When you hear that, "Come with me," you know what's coming. Weeping, wailing, and gnashing of teeth.
And I bet you had to take everything off, too,
before
you got that
I had to
spanking.
strip her down and put on some dry, and then they still took a whipping.
Yeah.
And I heard him, I can remember him saying, "What did your mother tell you not to do?" Well, I was doing, "What did your mother tell you not to do?" "Well, I was trying to show off for her." I said, "Come with me." And that was it. So there you go. I'm scarred even to this day.
I bet.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
So when you mentioned those hard shoes, when that kid was running with the hard shoes, that triggered.
Yeah.
Flashback.
Yeah.
To and I never had another birthday party. Never again. Can we have some people over? Nope. Cake, ice cream, that's all you're getting. So, can I have? Nope. Nobody's coming over. No more parties. There you go. So there you go.
Oh, that's funny.
Oh yeah, it's every bit of it's true. It's the way we rolled in West Virginia.
Yeah.
All right, go get something to eat.
I will.
Got talk to Lucas Andrews coming up next. See you next week.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir, as always.
All right.
We'll take a break. We'll be right back. Gosh, I won't sleep good tonight now. I'll think about that all day long. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We're live here at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton. Up next, Lucas Andrews, head coach of the Elizabethton Lady Cyclones on the Tom Taylor Sports.
So I'm Dr. Beth Cannon of Cannon Family Dental. We do a little bit of everything, cosmetic dentistry, general dentistry. We see all ages of patients. I like that patients are comfortable with bringing their family here. With smaller children, they're some of my favorite patients to see. We always try to make that first visit super happy, where they get to come in, sit in the chair, see how they get pictures of their teeth and get their teeth brushed with a little silly brush. There's multiple families that have been with me since the beginning, and their kids were, my kids' age, like 7, 8 years old, and now they're grown up driving. They drive to their own appointments and make their own appointments, which is wonderful, and getting to see the kids and grow up with them. It's great to be a part of that. So if any of you are looking for a new dentist, we would love to have you join our family. Definitely give us a call if you'd like to come in.
The best furniture event in Cannon's history is going on now. We have made special deals with factories and received a ton of inventory at great prices, and now we're passing them on to you. Save up to 70% off great quality name brand furniture and get it today. Hurry now through Monday at Cannon's Furniture in downtown Elizabethton.
Hey, my name is Dante, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is the authentic taste of it. You can tell it's freshly breaded, seasoned perfectly, and it just has this unique taste that compares to no other. Once I bite into it,
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it. My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
Well, we've been a family practice here in Elizabethton since 2006. We were originally right around the corner on Rogeson. We've been a few different places. Over behind the post office now, we're right here on 904 West G Street, and we're family dentistry for the whole family. We take care of little ones all the way up to the grandparents. We try to provide a warm and welcoming environment. I know a lot of folks out there are quite a bit apprehensive about coming to have dental treatment done. So our thing has always been to try to provide the warm, caring environment. I've been in the dental chair plenty myself, so I know what it's like to receive dentistry, and I try to provide it the same way that I would want it provided to me. In a caring, warm environment, listen to the patient's concerns and try to guide them in a direction where we can get them in the best dental health that they can possibly be in.
And back with the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Thanks for being with us. We'll talk to Coach Andrews coming up here in just a second. We've got to call him back, and we'll do that just right after we take a look at high school basketball again from last night. How did it go in the semifinals of the regional? Dobbins Minute defeats Morristown West 61-58. We'll break that down for you coming up here in a minute. Sevier County over Daniel Boone by 6. So DB and Sevier County play for the regional championship tomorrow night in Kingsport. We'll talk about that. We'll break all these down in a second. Volunteer beats Tennessee I double overtime 59-58. Unicoi County upsets Greenville 59-51. So Volunteer Unicoi County play tomorrow night 23-10. Volunteer Unicoi County 26-8 for the regional championship. We'll talk to Coach Simmons coming up here in a little while. The 2A, Gatlinburg, Pittman, and Alcoa tomorrow night. Gatlinburg, Pittman eliminating South Green in overtime by 2. And Alcoa defeating Chucky Doak by 15 last night. So Gatlinburg Pittman's guys will play Alcoa's guys in Jonesboro at Crockett High School tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. In the single A, University High beats Cosby 70-46, and the Hampton Bulldogs in overtime beat North Green 57-53. So tomorrow night, University High and Hampton. We'll talk to both coaches tomorrow on the show. Herman Rice, University High, they're 20-12. Coach Ned Smith had him on yesterday. Hampton Bulldogs 25-7. And that's all going on tomorrow night. Now tonight, the regional championships for the ladies. It's big. Girls 4A, Daniel Boone and Sevier County at the Tribe Athletic Complex tonight at 7 o'clock. Daniel Boone 25-8. Sevier County's Lady Smoky Bears at 24-7. In the 2A, Alcoa 30-4 and Gatlinburg Pittman at 26-5. They'll play that one tonight at Crockett in Jonesboro at 7 o'clock. And in the single A tonight, the Lady Bulldogs of Hampton at 28-2, taking on North Green's ladies at 19-16 at Westridge and Blumpville. That one will be at 7 o'clock tonight as well. So that's all going on tonight. Of course, our game, Elizabethton 27-4, Greenville 26-7. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back. We'll talk to our head coach, Lucas Andrews. He just called me. He just got out of class. He can do it. And so he'll talk to us right after this break. We're live again at Chick-fil-A in Elizabethton on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. We'll be right back after you hear this from the good folks from the Jewelers Bench.
Need help finding that perfect gift? Jewelers Bench provides the highest quality jewelry at incredible prices, providing unique jewelry for all occasions. With our own jeweler in-house, we offer custom-made pieces, as well as general maintenance and repair services. Whether you're shopping for yourself or someone special, we can help make your holidays sparkle. Always remember, you get more for your money at the Jewelers Bench.
From our family to yours, we would like to thank you for supporting our business for over 20 years.
And as always, we wish you a
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's go to the ponies there. The head basketball coach of the Elizabethton Lady Cyclones, Lucas Andrews. Good afternoon, sir. How you doing?
I'm good, Tom. How are you?
Good. ready to go tonight. Blackout for the student body, or blackout for everybody. Free pizza for the student body in the cafeteria before the game. 7 o'clock tip-off. Greenville's coming to town. Green and white, orange and black. Put them together anywhere, anytime. It's going to be a barn burner. We expect no different tonight, do we, sir?
Absolutely. I think if you put both schools playing each other in checkers, it'd be a heated match. So it's going to be a fun night.
Yep. So, scouting report on Greenville. They're 26-7. Obviously, an outstanding team. They're top 10. They've been top 10 all year long in the statewide 3A polls. So, what's the scouting report on the Lady Green Devils?
They're going to try to play a lot like they did last year. Push it down the floor real hard, fast break you. They got a really good point guard that she does a good job of controlling the paint. Controlling the game, and they got the Bailey girl that she's obviously a Miss Basketball candidate, so you know what she brings to the table. But they've got some inside presence that it's kind of, if you're not paying attention, they're really good, and they can sneak up on you if you've not done your homework. So they're a solid team across the board. They can shoot it well outside, score inside. They want to get you in some pressure and playing faster than what you want to play. So they're a really solid team across the board.
So we're a solid team, so they're trying to get ready for us, the Lady Cyclones. You're trying to get ready for the Lady Green Devils, the regional championship at stake. Last year you played them on their floor and beat them by 14. So how are the personalities, and is it night and day, these two teams? Are they still similar from last year? I know some of the kids have graduated on both teams, or we didn't lose anybody, but they did. So is the personality still a lot the same as it was last year?
Yeah. They're still trying to play the same way that they did, and they've got the pieces that they play like that. And if you're not ready for those kids that maybe didn't play a lot or didn't play at all last year in those games, then they'll sneak up on you. But I've loved our girls' prep. The whole team even went and watched them play Cott County a couple of weeks ago on their own, and come back with a scout report for me to read. So. They're ready. This is who they want to play. It's a rivalry game, and our girls seem pretty excited, pretty fired up.
There's a buzz even here. People come up to me and say, tonight's the big game here at Chick-fil-A. Yeah, it's a big game. There's a buzz. Obviously in Greenville, there's a buzz in Elizabethton City. It should be. It's going to be a heck of a matchup tonight. Being at home, how big is this to have this game at your place tonight?
Well, it's big. Our team's had a lot of success at home, and I think that obviously that's a big part of our kids, our girls, but also just our fan base. It's been, especially in the last 2 weeks leading up to tournaments, this place has been full every night for when these girls take the floor, and that goes a long way. Plus, we don't have to worry about traveling, get on the bus and driving an hour and a half. We can stay in our routine, pregame meal, just go over scout report, things that we've been doing for the last 2 weeks, and just keep that normalcy and just keep that routine and rhythm. I think that is a large part of any sport. You just keep doing what you've been doing and just don't change anything, and you just stay in that rhythm.
We've not lost at home. We've not lost at home in a long time, have we not?
No, we haven't. I wasn't going to mention it. But no, we haven't. I know we didn't lose last year at home, and this year we've not lost at home either. So, and that's a big deal for us. That's a goal of ours, to make sure we protect. We say protect Treadway, so we've got to make sure we protect this floor.
Yep, haven't lost at home in 3 years, as a matter of fact. I can tell you when it was, but I'm not going to. We won't talk about that. But, yep. So, the keys tonight. Greenville, outstanding basketball team, outstanding coach, outstanding program, great fan base. The two communities really mirror each other as far as size and just the intensity of their fan base on all the teams they support, on all the sports in Greenville and Elizabethton. So that in of itself will have a huge crowd in tonight. Plus, you'll have some folks come just want to watch these two teams play that really have no connection to either school. So I'm looking for a sellout crowd tonight. So what are the keys for the Elizabethton Lady Cyclones to win this thing and be at home on Saturday?
We just got to be us is the big thing. We got to make sure we take care of the basketball. We just stay in our rhythm. We're not reinventing the wheel. That's what we talked a lot about practice yesterday. Yeah, we're tweaking a few things just because of who we're playing, but we're not changing our style and our way that we're doing things. If you watch the last couple of games for Greenville, they've won the rebound battle. That's going to be a huge part tonight, making sure we keep them off the glass, especially on the offensive end. And just handle what they throw at us. They like to press. They like to push it up the floor. We got to be solid in those aspects of the game and just enjoy the moment. It's a big day. It's going to be a game. It's going to be exciting atmosphere. And just enjoy the moment, stay within the moment, and for 32 minutes on the clock, be locked in.
There you go. Well, a lot of folks, when I say a Kodak moment, a lot of folks don't know what that means anymore, but this is a Kodak moment, a snapshot in these girls' lives on both sides, the crowd, the fans, everything's going to be one of those that remember March 1st, 2023, and the regional championship at John Treadway Gymnasium. It's going to be an electric atmosphere, Coach. Can't wait, my friend. We'll bring it. We'll stream it all over the world beginning at 6:40, and we'll see you over there tonight. Thanks for your time, and go Cyclones.
Go Cyclones, Tom. We appreciate you.
You got it. Appreciate you too, my friend. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. We'll switch gears. We'll talk to our final guest, Jordan Simmons, head coach of Unicoi County Boys, who upset the Greenville Green Devils last night, two-time defending state champ. Big upset at John Treadway, 59-51. He joins us next here on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, live at Chick-fil-A here in Elizabethton.
We are not okay with the staggering statistics of our youth. They have become familiar with brokenness, pain, and frustration. But their pain has become our concern, and their hopes, our responsibility. But we want to see the world transformed by Jesus Christ through the influence of coaches and athletes. Our mission is to lead every coach and athlete into a growing relationship with Jesus and His church. But what can you do about it? What if your actions now can help the future them? Together, we can help them become who God has designed them to be. But the time is now, and the action we take today helps them tomorrow.
Back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show, let's go to the phone. Our final guest, Jordan Simmons, head basketball coach, Unicoi County Blue Devils. We had him on. Were you on the show yesterday? Is that right? They're all running together. Was it yesterday?
Yes, sir. It was yesterday.
Yeah, okay.
Yesterday.
Yeah, you talked about Greenville, what it took to beat them, and you did. What a win by your program. And as I said last night, booking you for the show, you gave the Upper Lakes Conference, in my humble opinion, immediate statewide respect to knock off the two-time defending state champ. And, you know, it wasn't a fluke. You beat them. I mean, it was a heck of a ball game. It wasn't like, oh, gosh, it was a fluke win. It was not a fluke win. You guys beat them fair and square. And so, big win last night, not only for Unicoi County, but I feel like, for our conference.
Yeah, for sure. You know, we felt like for 2 years, ever since this four classification system came out and our conference was set, that we've had one of the strongest conferences in the state, top to bottom. And, you know, for us now this year to have two of our Upper Lakes teams playing for the regional championship, I think it kind of solidifies that. And, you know, with Greenville's resume over the past 2 or 3 years, you know, us being able to knock them off and everybody knowing they're in our region, and yet our conference has 2 teams there, I think kind of makes a statement beyond just Northeast Tennessee.
Absolutely. Big games, seniors step up. Last night was obviously a big game, and your seniors came to play and stepped up in a big-time way. Tell me about it.
They sure did. You know, Eli Johnson had a great first quarter. He had 7 points in the first quarter. It was very aggressive, kind of set that tone for us. You know, Eli's one of our big energy guys. And I felt like when he came out with that type of fire and drive and aggressiveness in the first quarter, that it just gave all of us confidence and give everybody some belief, knowing that we could make it happen last night. You know, Lucas was just a man on both ends of the floor. You know, he only had 5 points, but I think that he had such an impact on the game. Just his presence offensively and defensively, just them knowing that he's lurking there in the paint and lurking around the rim. They've always got to be aware of him. And then Grant Hensley, you know, 13 points in the fourth quarter, 26 for the game. He just kind of stepped up and put us on his back at times, made 2 or 3 like unreal 3-point plays where you're kind of watching him take the shot after a foul, and it's like, oh my gosh, that's not going to be close, and then somehow it falls over the front of the rim and goes in. And you know, we kind of said last night, that's a kid who the basketball guys were kind of smiling on last night because they know the work that he's put in, the time he's put in, and it was nice to see our seniors reap that reward.
that old saying, only place where success comes before work's in the dictionary. So you got to work at it to be successful, and obviously you guys did. I mean, it's a wins, as we said, around the state. So tomorrow night, Volunteer comes back in. Here we go again, another round, you two. And so both of you guaranteed a sectional game on Monday, but obviously you would like to win tomorrow night, as would they. Put yourself at home on Monday. So the Volunteer Falcons coming. They showed last night they beat a great team in Tennessee High. So both ranked teams coming into the tournament are eliminated, both Tennessee High and Greenville. So the Volunteer Falcons, you know this better than I, they're the real deal. So how do you stop them tomorrow night?
Yeah, they really are. They're playing so well lately and playing with so much confidence. I think a lot of that just comes from those seasoned guys that have been through this a couple times. I think kind of like we talked about last time, I think the key to them is stopping Braden Minton. And, when we played them in the district championship, we did that for 2 quarters. And we were up like 16 halfway through the third, and then Minton got hot. The rest of them kind of fed off of him, and they were able to come back and steal that one from us. And, our guys still have that bad taste in their mouth from that district championship. And they were excited last night to knock Greenville off, but also know they're going to get another shot at Volunteer tomorrow night.
I thought the atmosphere last night was really interesting because it was almost like everybody's holding their breath the whole game. I mean, there were people who were cheering, they were loud, but it wasn't like, I thought that, at one point driving over, I thought, they're going to blow the roof off this place. Really wasn't the case. Everybody's just kind of sitting there. I think everybody's waiting to see if Greenville's going to make a run, as you would think a 2-time defending state champ would. And you guys, they tried to make runs. You kept stopping them and kind of cutting them off with the pass. I thought the energy inside, it was a good crowd, but I just thought everybody was kind of sitting on their hands and waiting to see what was going to happen. Is that a fair statement?
I think so. I think that, for us, it was a lot of our conference people there as far as the neutral fans that went from Greenville or Irwin. The ones that were there were kind of our conference fans, and I think a lot of them maybe were pulling for us a little bit. But I think that everybody was just trying to be cautiously optimistic when we would build our lead, and then Greenville would make a little run and tighten it up, and they would make another little burst, and we would stretch out a little bit again. And really after the game before us, when it goes double overtime and you've got a last-second shot, and then the charge call, like no matter how great our game was, and I think it was a very, very well-played basketball game, I'm not sure it was ever going to live up to the game that had happened right before us.
Yeah, everybody may have been wore out for watching that first game because it was a barn burner to say the least. So your day out from the championship, you guys are going to be hosting or going on the sectional. Either way, you're playing on Monday. So refresh my memory. When was the last time Unicoi County played for a sectional and even went on down to the state tournament? Has it been a while?
It's been a long time. We played in the sectional. We had a bunch of road sub-state games, with Coach English. They had 2 home ones. They played Austin East, I think, in 2007, and then they actually hosted Stone Memorial in 2011. Last time we went was to Knox Fulton in 2018, which was Trevor Hensley's senior year. We went down there and played well for a half, and I think they ended up getting us by about 33. As far as going to the state tournament, I think 1986, 87 maybe was the last time we had a team qualify for the state tournament. Wow. And that's back when Scotty Whaley, who's now the head coach of the Lady Toppers over at Science Hill, he was actually a player on that team.
Interesting. So I know you're focused on Volunteer, but you also got a sectional coming up Monday. Who are the other teams down there involved that you'll maybe playing on Monday?
The other 2 teams down there are Knox Carter and Knox Halls. Both of them are good quality teams. I actually went down last weekend and watched Knox Carter play. Some really good teams. I'm not sure that it's the kind of that brick wall that Knoxville has been for us in the past. When you look at the Fulton and Austin East teams, they're the 2010s. But they're still really good teams. Down there they're playing great teams every night, and it's just a kind of a different breed of basketball. But hopefully we can just take care of business tomorrow night, and no matter who we play, whether it's Carter or Halls, it'd be really nice to have them here in Irwin.
You got it. Jordan Simmons, we're awful proud of you, my friend. Again, doing a great service to the Upper Lakes Conference, beating a really, really, really good basketball program. We know that. The record speaks for itself. 2-time defending state champ. You knocked them off last night, so good luck tomorrow night against Volunteer. We'll be talking to you probably Monday. That'll be the day of the sectional, so we'll be more than likely talking to you again on the show then. If you'll be with us, we'll call you. How about that?
Absolutely. That sounds great.
All right. Thank you, sir. Good luck tomorrow night.
Thank you very much.
Yep, good man right there, Jordan Simmons. I've grown to like that guy. He can coach. And Trevor Hensley's out there jacking him. He just reminded me. I know every time I start talking about somebody, talking about Larry Bird. I know that, but Swanee, he looked like Bird out there tonight, hitting those threes. And Lucas Slagle was looking like a pogo stick, a jumping jack out there. It was a great game. And remember this kid's name from Greenville, Trey Thompson, that freshman. He can play. He'll be somewhere on Saturday in the big time playing when it's all said and done. He's only a ninth grader, but he can play. And Dabbs and some of the other kids on the Greenville team. Brad Woolsey's got a great basketball team, and Unicoi County beat a really, really good team last night. Great job there. It's a great ball game, and so was the Volunteer Tennessee High game. So told you yesterday on the show, if you want to come watch good basketball, those two games will be it. Tonight will be a good one, too. The Lady Cyclones and the Lady Green Devils for the regional championship. Quick break. We'll come right back. We'll run down who's playing tonight in the regional championships right after this from one of our great sponsors, the Jewelers Bench, on the Tom Taylor Sports Show.
Need help finding that perfect gift? Jewelers Bench provides the highest quality jewelry at incredible prices, providing unique jewelry for all occasions. With our own jeweler in-house, we offer custom-made pieces, as well as general maintenance and repair services. Whether you're shopping for yourself or someone special, we can help make your holidays sparkle. Always remember, you get more for your money at the Jewelers Bench.
From our family to yours, we would like to thank you for supporting our business for over 20 years.
And as always, we wish you a
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey, my name is Dante, and a little thing I love about the Chick-fil-A nuggets is the authentic taste of it. You can tell it's freshly breaded, seasoned perfectly, and it just has this unique taste that compares to no other. Once I bite into it,
My name is Meredith, and a little thing I love about Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese is the oven-toasted, cheesy top layer. If home had a flavor, it would be Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm passionate about it.
And back on the Tom Taylor Sports Show. Let's run them down for you one more time. Who's playing tonight? We'll get ready to hitch up the horses and get over there and get set up. Won't be long. We'll be on there at 6:40 for the regional championship. Again, in single A tonight, Hampton's Lady Bulldogs are 28-2 against North Green 19-16. All the games start at 7. We'll play that one at Westridge and Blundville. In the 2A regional girls championship, Alcoa 30-4 against Gatlinburg Pittman 26-5. 7 o'clock tonight from Crockett and Jonesboro. The 4A championship tonight from the Tribe Athletic Complex in Kingsport, formerly North High School. Daniel Boone 25-8, Sevier County 24-7. They'll get with it at 7 o'clock tonight on that one. Then in the 3A, our game, the Elizabethton Cyclones 27-4 against the Greenville Lady Green Devils 26-7. Airtime at 6:40. Tip off at 7 o'clock. Dr. John Minton, yours truly bringing it to you. Coming up in a little while from right across the street at John Treadway Gymnasium. Can't wait. Looking forward to that. Mucho, mucho, mucho. All right. We got everything covered up. Let's see. I think we took care of everything. Brock Purdy, the 49ers quarterback, finally going to have surgery next week. So if the swelling in his injured elbow has gone down, and he took that shot back against the Eagles back on January the 2nd. And they have not been able to do the surgery on Brock Purdy's arm or his elbow because his elbow was too swollen. So they're going to hopefully do it next week to see if we can get him on the mend and get him back. LeBron James out for a couple of weeks with a hurt foot for the Lakers in the NBA. And the Falcons releasing quarterback Marcus Mariota on Tuesday. Signed a $10.5 million 2-year deal with Atlanta after the Falcons traded him. After traded Matt Ryan to Indianapolis. So I don't think he really ever stepped up and did what he needed. In fact, he got benched. He left the team to have season-ending knee surgery. Falcons expect to save over $12 million in salary cap space by cutting him. Mariota we're talking about. So there you go. That's what happened there for the NFL. Hello, Taz. How you doing, my friend? Thank you. I'll see you tonight at the ball game. Again, it's a blackout tonight. Hello, Carl and the boys working today. Carl and Poppy and Michael and all the gang. getting after it. So, again, 6:40 airtime tonight, 7 o'clock tip-off into the regional championship. The winner will be at home on Saturday. The loser will travel to either Knox Falls or Seymour. We'll keep you on top of that game as ours unfolds, too, because we are playing again on Saturday, win or lose tonight. And then if you win on Saturday, irregardless of where you play and who you play, if you win on Saturday, you head off to the state tournament in Murfreesboro next week. The TSSAA Girls State Tournament in Murfreesboro at Middle Tennessee State University. But you got to win tonight to be at home on Saturday to increase your chances of winning, to get down there. Anytime you can play at home versus on the road, you put yourself in obviously a much better position to move on, to advance. Big thanks to our guest today, Greg Salyer, Major League Baseball update. Also, Jordan Simmons, coach, Unicoi County. Lucas Andrews, coach of the Lady Cyclones. Also, we had on Joseph Taylor from Avial Nursing Home. Rick Walters had a previous assignment, couldn't get to us. John Whitson Barbershop. Again, reminding you, if you're a Cyclone fan, as far as the student body, they're feeding the students for free in the Commons cafeteria before the game at 6 o'clock tonight, thanks to the Lady Cyclone Basketball Booster Club. So there you go. And we'll be there, Dr. John Minton, and yours truly bringing it to you beginning at 6:40 tonight. Until then, as always, wrapping up show number 1,808 on this Wednesday, March the 1st, with the verse of the day. Let's bring it to you one more time. We always like to end the show on a verse out of the book, and it would be Psalms 34:4. I sought the Lord, and he answered me. He delivered me from all my fears. Wow, it's powerful. See you back here at 6:40 for Lady Cyclone Regional Championship Basketball. Until then, as always, we'll tell you, bloom where you're planted, and win or lose, be a good sport. Thanks for watching show number 1808 from Chick-fil-A